Happy New Year.
It's I just saw an old Curb Your Enthusiasm clip of Larry David saying, "You get to say that for 3 days, and then
Really?
you need to stop." It's it's but we've not seen you. You've not seen us.
That's true. So Happy New Year. Pretend it's the third day into the year. It's not anymore.
And welcome back.
Welcome back. We missed you. We hope everybody had a great holiday break. Ours was,
We hope you had a great holiday break. Yeah.
yeah,
You're not thinking about the holidays anymore because it's so late into the year.
so late, you guys.
We're in week 3.
We're halfway into 2026 if you really think about it.
We're not. That will be the end of June is when we'll be halfway through 2026.
Is that how time works? I'm tired. I'll be honest, I just finished, as most of these podcasts happen, I just finished a self-tape. So there you go. So my brain power was spent on that. You're catching me
Yeah.
at a moment where I've used all of my brain power. But I'm here.
No. And it was great.
Thank you.
And then I was just like, well, the lights are up.
I mean, yeah. It's funny. There's such a I I do like my hair and makeup for this podcast, you know? I like to we're a podcast now that's on the YouTubes.
Mm-hmm.
People watch it.
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure I look presentable to the world.
You look
You know?
great.
Thank you. And it
Were
was
you about to say what we were just talking about before we
yes.
started rolling? Okay, go ahead.
I was gonna say this podcast is possible. If you don't wear makeup, the podcast is still possible. If I don't wear makeup, the podcast is not possible.
Mhm.
Which do I know that I can do this fresh faced? Of course. But I do like to look nice for everybody. So, I'm also just realizing I'm wearing a sweatshirt at the
Yeah.
moment that says free throws win games.
I'm sorry. Are we moving on from makeup? Because I had
Do
thoughts.
you have thoughts? No.
Well,
What are your thoughts on makeup?
that is your catchphrase, free throws win games. But
Yes.
I'm not wearing makeup tonight. Um,
But his skin looks perfect, does it not?
Thanks a lot. I guess this brings up the fact that I have been wearing makeup in our house for this podcast in
Yes.
previous episodes.
But this is a great segue into Bali High too. Like
I learned how to do my makeup
Mhm.
during Bali High because Ashley taught me.
Which if you follow us on Instagram at We Are Mismo, you saw that part of our like recap for last year was a photo of me or it was either that or the birthday post, a photo of me doing your makeup at Sephora
Mhm.
because I was trying to find his shade. Because
That little trip to Sephora was hilarious.
it was really fun.
You got me my little starter kit.
I did. I got him a set bag.
And years prior to that, you got me my little starter kit for skincare.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Let's make it public. I feel like we've talked about this
We
publicly
absolutely
somewhere.
have, but let's talk about it on the podcast.
All right. So I used a Vino body lotion on my face when Ashley met me as a bachelor. Because your face is a part of your body. And she fixed me. And now I'm a better person with better skin.
I'm just going to give everybody a moment here to let that sink in, what he just said. He used a Vino body lotion because his face is part of his body.
It's not true.
You know what? Who can fault that logic? You can't. But
Served me well for years.
this is
Well-ish.
This is the thing. And this is why I'm like, oh, you can do the podcast without makeup. It's not the same thing for me. His skin was perfect when we met. So it's like, it wasn't like I was fixing your skin. Your skin was like beautiful and it still is beautiful. But I just drove home the importance of a good skincare routine because I said, you know what, right now you have great skin, but we met when we were in our 20s. Now we're in our 30s.
Ashley's thinking long term.
I'm
for
thinking
me.
long term,
Yeah.
A little bit of sunscreen never hurt anybody. Sunscreen that's meant for your face and not your body. And now you have that.
I didn't know that was even a thing for a long time.
You were
Obviously, when I went out in the sun, I just used the same body sunscreen for my face. Of course I did that.
it hurts. This hurts. This just hurts. But you
Now
don't
we have a different SPF for the face than the body. Now we do better. Now I know that.
now you know, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I will say it did not take you long to embrace the skincare routine. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I found out that you were using Aveeno and I was like, "Wait, you should be using things that are like meant for your face." There was no
Yeah.
pushback. There was no like, "No, I'm not going to do that." You literally like, "Okay, great. What do I use for my face?" And I feel like for a while you used Murad with me.
Yeah, they gave you some free stuff.
Yeah.
You threw a little bit of it my way, and I used that, and I liked that, and I still use two of their products.
Yeah.
But also, um, Equinox spoiled me with Kiehl's because Kiehl's was the thing in the locker rooms just forever. Now,
No longer.
no long they have a different lotion. That
They've
was a
moved them.
really yeah, that was a whole thing. For Equinox members, no. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
But I still like Kiehl's. And yeah, I use their facial cleanser. I use their Could you look less proud? Could you just
Is it that bad? Yikes.
there's
Sorry.
yeah, yeah. An assortment of Kiehl's products.
And he does great. There's no like for
Cut to me doing one of those like Instagram girl like follow me through my morning like
if you guys have seen our Taco Bell like Y2K video for our anniversary, you did very funnily
oh yeah.
include your skincare routine in it because I had to spend
Yeah,
hours
yeah,
getting
yeah,
ready.
that's right. Yeah.
Remember, this is a themed party. So I was like, okay, Y2K, gotta like do the makeup right, gotta do the hair, got like I crimped my hair, I did a whole thing. It took me hours. You I I think you were in the bathroom for 12 minutes. You say it in the video. And you do this like really funny, like get ready with me. You didn't even put makeup on. You just like did your skincare routine. And then I do remember you very affectionately called your hair gel goop. You said it was hair goop. And that took you 2 seconds, where my crimped hair took me
But
hours. Yeah,
you
you
go
said
like that and
bloop,
then you
bloop,
go
bloop.
like that.
Yeah.
Then you're good.
Yeah. So he took 2 seconds. That sadly is not my journey, and that's okay. Uh, all that to say, you look fantastic.
I also had to learn a little bit of technique because
Mm.
guys tend to go like that and done.
For our listeners who aren't watching the podcast, like it's aggressive as you think it was.
I, I basically was just hitting
You
myself,
just slapped
and
yourself.
that's kind of how it is. You know, I'll do it again. Take two.
ASMR, skincare
But now
ASMR.
it's a gentle, it's uh,
Just yeah,
nice and two finger form.
yeah. He learned that your ring fingers are the like nicest to put that eye
Oh, you
cream
give me
in.
that eye stuff, and you just go like air, a little bit that.
Yep. You're great at it. Again, there was no pushback. There was no like, sorry, I'm not gonna do that, or like I don't care about my skin. What the second I was like, you should be using I think honestly you started with like moisturizer and sunscreen. And then as I kept getting like great Murad products and I had extra, you were like, I'll try that. So it was not a stretch, which thank you, because I know sometimes like people have a hard time getting their partners to like do that. And I do appreciate that you were open to doing it. Ask me if Michael has a skincare routine. He does.
Since he was 2 weeks old, because the first 2 weeks you're not allowed to put lotion on them.
So let me just shout out also La Roche Posay, who sends me a ton of skincare products all the time. And I told them,
You sounded so fancy.
thank you so much. I told them they did this like right before we had the baby. Literally, the last video I posted before we had Michael is me unboxing my first La Roche Posay box.
Mm.
But I told them that I was having a baby, and they sent products that are safe for baby skin. So he's not on an extensive skincare routine, please, everybody. But like he has a little like just face lotion that he uses at night, and then they also sent a sunscreen that was safe for kids. And I'll be honest, it's the only sunscreen that I've put on him where he does not like scream and shout at me. because it's like really thin, but it's very effective. Anyway, that's what's important.
And he uses
Skin.
Aveeno body lotion.
He does, but not on his face.
Not on his face. He's already better than me.
It's better than all of us, really.
He's the best of them.
Michael,
Them all.
updates since we've been here last?
Well, we were going to chat about the holidays tonight.
We were. Yes, we
Yeah.
were.
And boy, Michael had a good Christmas.
He cleaned up.
Gift wise, yes, he cleaned up, but also just love and attention. He's the only kid,
He's the only grandkid.
8 adults just giving all the love and attention. It was so sweet.
Michael cleaned up on the gifts, but I'll also say, I think we also won in that department.
Well, we got a basketball hoop.
We got a basketball hoop.
And we've been hooping.
And now there's a basketball hoop at every family member's home.
Yep.
Our home.
Yep.
The aunties and Nana and Papa's house. So no matter where we go, no matter what holiday is happening, there's basketball.
The little Tex hoop is right over there, and we're just like watching him throughout the day, just hooping.
Now, does he also hoop? Yes.
A lot less than us.
Yep.
A lot less.
I'll say specifically that first day. First of all, if you follow me on TikTok, you've seen how I rapped.
Oh, yeah.
My dad helped me with it.
Yeah.
And it looked like a toilet bowl. It looked like a giant toilet bowl. And it was because everybody was like, you should have just left it in the box or like get a box for it. You guys, there was a box. But you and I had both said, if he opens a Christmas gift and it's just a box, like how excited is he really going to be for that, right? So we thought, okay, let's unwrap it and then I'll wrap that and he'll be more excited because he'll open it and it'll just be the hoop and the basketballs, which he's had like a little version of it before, but this is his first official hoop.
The progression of the basketball hoops, like there was
Yeah.
the little one that was so little, and
Yeah.
like he like when he could finally actually sit up and then do it, kind of, we've been fostering this since as early as possible.
Truly. He also had one that made noise when the ball would go through the hoop.
He liked that one.
That was also a soccer net, but we never used the soccer net. It was always the basketball stuff.
Yeah, that was fun. He liked the noise.
So he's had other basketball hoops, but
Yeah.
we graduated him to the Little Tykes hoop, the
This is like the famous
classic.
real,
yeah,
like the famous one that LeBron was gifted, and people say like this was the
best
greatest
ROI.
ROI gift of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I tried wrapping that and it looked like a giant toilet bowl. And I took it so seriously that at one point I was like, I turned to my dad and I was like, how am I going to wrap the base? I don't know how am I supposed to wrap the base? And he was like, he's 1.5. I don't think he's going to see the base when he comes down the stairs and be like, basketball hoop. I think he's just going to be fine with it. And you should just leave it alone. And I was like, you know what, Dad? You're right. So it just looked like a giant toilet bowl, but Michael was very excited when he unwrapped it. But I will say specifically on that first day, he maybe got a few shots up. I wouldn't stop.
We play kind of a lot now.
It's kind of great. And I'll say we also have kept other basketballs from hoops that have been donated or given away at this point. And now in addition to the 4 basketballs that the Little Tykes hoop came with, we also have additional basketballs. So we are always hooping. So it shouldn't really be a surprise that I'm wearing a sweatshirt that says free throws win games. But it was a great Christmas.
It's a great Christmas. He got a lot of experience unwrapping gifts. I feel like by the end, he started to get the idea. You'd have to like pull off a piece of tape and he would rip it.
Yes. And then he'd always hand it to somebody and go, trash? A+.
Me.
Did that? Yep. That trash? That's the other big thing that happened during the holidays. He started stringing words together.
Yeah. We're getting simple sentences now.
It's like wild having a conversation with him. A lot of it's still babbling, but he can say colors now. Like today, he says yellow he says lello instead of yellow, and he was like lello ball because there's a little yellow ball upstairs, and like just him putting things together, or like even just telling us what he wants to eat has been mind-boggling.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's happening so quickly.
It is. It's been really lovely.
How was your Christmas?
Eventful.
Yeah.
And yours?
So great. I mean,
Yeah.
so great to spend time with the family.
Yeah. And
Restful, I would say.
restful, but still so much work.
Yeah.
A lot of work.
So for me, not having Equinox clients for like 10 days meant I got to do a lot of the other work things that I don't normally get the opportunity to do. And that I perceived as maybe restful is not exactly the right word, but um checked off enough of the boxes in my brain that it
Sure.
was like mentally restorative and clarifying.
Yes. I think the difference is all of my work is on the computer. For anybody who doesn't know, I feel like everybody knows at this point. I edit all of the Mismo videos. I do the social media for Mismo. Like my work is always on the computer.
Oh yeah,
And
this is all
I'm the tech person of Mismo.
yeah.
So because all of my work is on the computer and because I did more computer work during the holidays, I laughed because I was like, it didn't feel very restful. Was it a lovely holiday? Absolutely.
Mm.
I loved it. We got to spend time with family. I made a Filipino dinner for his family, which is awesome. They've incorporated my culture into Christmas, into the holidays, which I love.
Christmas has always been lasagna
Mhm.
in my house, so there's Italian night, but now that used to be Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve is like kind of the night in my family. That has shifted to Christmas Day dinner, and Christmas Eve is Filipino night.
And it used to be we would order I feel like the first time we did it, we ordered all of the food. And then the next year I made like one dish and we ordered the rest. And then now it's just become I this year I made every single piece of Filipino food, including the pandesal, which I made from scratch with your auntie.
Baked it.
And it was awesome. We
Yeah.
had so much fun. There is also a video of me because I was too short for the counters trying to knead the dough and just having to jump every time I kneaded the dough because couldn't reach it. Um, but like those moments were so lovely. There's so many Michael moments that were so lovely. Reading Chicka Chicka Boom Boom, reading in general. I mean, we read with him
Yeah.
so much,
Yeah.
playing with his new toys. It was so fun. But then, like in those moments that I wasn't with him, I was on the computer and I was working and I was getting stuff done. So I laughed because I was like, "Man, I got a lot of work done." And you were like, "No, this was great. This was like I got to do so much." And I totally get it.
Yeah. Well, I'm studying for something right now, and I got to get a lot of chapters of that done, and that was very satisfying. Like just the stuff
Yeah.
that I don't normally get to, or like somebody with fewer jobs than us might like read a book they've been meaning to get to
Right.
and say like that was restful.
Yes.
And so I think that's like a question for tonight is like, is that what is rest?
What is rest? We talk a lot about our friend Natalie Lander was on the podcast early on and she talked about leaning into the pause. And I feel like that's something we have I don't know, we reference it a lot
A lot.
because she just put it in such an eloquent way and I take it back. I feel like when we were like, oh, we should do this for the podcast, I was like, we did not lean into the pause. I think we did lean into the pause, but just in a different way than I had envisioned for the holidays.
Sure.
I
What'd you envision?
sleep.
Yeah.
Mostly sleep.
Yeah.
Um, which I did. I got to it a couple times, but I'll say like
Yeah.
we
I mean, I got sleep because for me, like I wasn't getting up at 5 to go train clients at 6.
right.
So I felt rested.
Yeah, it's different for you.
Yeah.
Like it didn't my days didn't feel like they were different than they are on a day-to-day basis. I think that's why it didn't feel like a pause for me or like a restful time for me
Yeah.
because 9 times out of 10 I was still getting up around 8 a.m. even though like your family was feeding him his bottle and his breakfast and like doing all of that stuff with him. Like I was still
Yeah.
getting up and um spending time with him and then I would like go and work and be on my computer. The first day I was there, your parents live a few hours away and we drove there and then literally the next day I drove back home so that I could teach
You had to do a
because
job.
I had it in
Yeah.
person
Mhm.
and then I drove back. So like that you know,
And then I did the same thing on the tail end of our
yes.
time there. I had to come up for a job and then
Yeah.
drive back down.
So it's those moments where I'm like, "Oh, that doesn't feel as restful as I wanted it to
Well,
be."
sure.
Right. But
It wasn't the, like, I don't know.
it wasn't the like a Christmas vacation, right?
No, I guess not.
No.
But I mean,
But it
it was probably the most restful week of my year
yeah,
of 2025.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It was restful a lot too because, we don't have childcare except for your mom coming over here, a saint, and then we have a couple of babysitters, but we are very picky about when we choose to have a babysitter come over, just because it's like whatever we're doing, is it worth like leaving the house? Is it worth that
Yeah.
time we would be spending away? So we're very picky about how we do that.
Yeah.
So our like the part that I viewed as like restful for me was just having extra hands with Michael, having people who really knew his schedule, who knew his naps, who knew
Yeah.
what he likes to eat and like what they could give him, what he was comfortable with, who could run around with him. It
Yeah.
was so though that part was really, really helpful.
Yeah. The team effort of it all.
Yeah.
And we had some really fun activities.
Yeah,
He was just so happy,
he
which,
was.
puts us at ease.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
I think
He developed so much. He just like
yeah.
learned, he got new experiences. He was around more people than he normally is.
He was
Like,
around educators too. Like they're all
yeah,
teachers.
yeah, there's some teachers in my family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was I think also because there are so many helping hands there, we also view that as an opportunity to be like, okay, what can we just quickly get done here that we're struggling to get done when we don't have the help with Michael. And I think that too. So I'm not it was certainly not a bad thing that we got all of the work done, but yeah, it wasn't much different from my day to day, but it was so different from your day to day. So I know that it felt way more restful for you.
Yeah, it was. Going back to what you said about leaning into the pause, I think it'd be worth talking about that, like, for actors. And I think what Natalie smartly observed is it is just part of being an actor that you will have pauses. And I think tr- if you're the victim of that, if you're like shocked by the fact that you're not working and you didn't anticipate that that might happen, and you don't have anything to do, that can start to be difficult for the mental health of an actor.
Mm.
Whereas if you finish a job and like know you're going to get a little bit of time off, maybe you'll book something and then that time off doesn't happen. But if you have something you're looking forward to, like pick up a new hobby, develop a new skill, learn a new thing, that's different than just like resting and sleeping. Sometimes you
Right.
need a weekend or a week or a little bit of time to like fully just come down off of a project.
Yeah.
But yeah, would that like like let's say you were in between projects, would in that kind of a scenario, would that feel would like learning a new language or working on some of our other things, would that be restful or
I think so, but I feel like usually when I finish a project, especially like a longer project, I crash for a couple of weeks. I'm very restful for the next couple of weeks, or I try to be at least, just because we've talked about this before, like being on a project is so I mean, with Bali High, like it's so all encompassing and it's so like it doesn't matter if you're tired. You're getting up at 5 a.m. and like getting
yeah,
set and like doing the job and just fighting tooth and nail to like not fall asleep, you
yeah.
know? Um so I
There's the classic you get sick after a job because your
oh
body's
yeah.
adrenaline has been fighting it off, and then you finally relax. People
Yeah,
get sick after
all the time.
you wrap I feel like that happens in theater all the
Oh
time.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You wrap a show and then you get
Usually
sick.
for me it's like towards the tail end of a show, like a theater show.
Mhm.
My body breaks down. That's the first time I got laryngitis. When I did um a run of Aladdin, I did the panto of Aladdin. The very last day of the show, I like could not sing. Jordan had to take every singing part we had together because I was like, I have nothing. And it was horrifying. But
Mm.
it's because my body was like, oh good, you're done with the run. I was like, not
Yeah.
yet. One more day,
One
please.
more day. One day more.
One day more.
Yeah.
Different show.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think. I at least try to give my body that time back. You know, I try to put some hours into the sleep bank if I can. That's not always possible, but it is nice to give myself that time. And then like, yeah, and then I'll,
Yeah.
start looking ahead a little bit.
Okay, but now what about now that you're a mom?
There is no time to do
That's
that.
not really gonna happen
Yeah.
after we wrap like after we wrapped Bali High. Do you think we rested?
No, I got
No.
up at 8 o'clock the next morning
Yeah.
and I gave my son food and we had our day.
Yeah.
Like that's just what it was.
What if you
Nothing
get
else.
sick?
This is, I'll say, my current fear
Uh-huh.
is that I know everybody's got this crazy flu going. Like they're so, and also it's the wintertime and like I am very like everybody sanitize your hands,
Yeah.
everybody wash your
You
hands.
got a specific hand sanitizer
Yeah, that
that
kills like everything.
yeah.
And
Yep.
I'm like just because I don't have time to get sick, it would be so sad at this
Yeah.
moment right now. You know what I mean? Like we
Yeah.
just have so much going on.
Mhm.
Um, and like just as parents, we don't have enough time to get sick. But as two parents who have 50 million other jobs,
Mhm.
we really, really don't have time to get sick, you
Right.
know?
Right.
So, I mean, how did you feel after Bali High working and like doing everything that we did for Bali High?
Oh man.
I know you went
Okay.
back to Equinox,
Okay.
but
Yes, and I had taken some time away from clients, and a few of them were upset about that. I lost maybe two, maybe one or two clients, and others I had to like get the ball rolling again,
get
like
the
get
rhythm
them.
back.
Yeah, because they're like, oh, my trainer, what? My trainer went and filmed a movie. Like, does he care about this job? Does he care about my squat form? Yes, of course I care about your squat form. I just had to go film a movie for a couple weeks, and now I'm back. But you know, so being two people like it's like being Superman and Clark Kent. Like,
Yeah.
you're having to like fill in the gaps. So absolutely not. Definitely did not rest. I had to like reprove myself there.
Yeah.
To a few people. A lot of them were just like
Oh, good, you're back. Yeah.
a few of them were like impressed. A few of them were like, "Why did you do that to yourself? You look really tired. Are you okay?" No, I'm not okay, but here we go. I was probably sick.
We were sick at the beginning.
Ooh, didn't we get the stomach flu like right after, like a 2 weeks after, something like that?
So we had a
I
cold
forgot
or
about
flu
that.
like right before we shot Bali
Yeah,
High. And the first couple of days we were still like you could still hear it
yeah,
kind of.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then after we shot Bali High, we got the flu again, the regular flu. And then a few weeks after that, we got the stomach flu. Our bodies were screaming at
Yeah,
us. It was tough. It was tough. That was just a tough time.
this is the hardest I've ever worked.
Yeah. Yeah. So of
Yeah,
course this past
that's fair.
Christmas felt like
Yeah.
a break for
Oh my
you.
god, yes.
I just remember being you
That was the same year.
yeah,
That happened just last year.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
How wild is that? But it makes total sense why like it my day to day didn't change. Still I still woke up with my son except for I think one day that I like actually slept in
Yeah.
and
I mean, we had just exhausted all of our resources. Like,
yeah.
all of the childcare that we could get was for Bali High, and so then right after, it was just, like, back to just us.
Yeah.
And, yeah, you did great. I mean,
Thanks. Yeah, you too.
we had to
We did it.
yeah.
We did it. Hey, speaking of Bali High, that was a really exciting thing that happened during Christmas break.
Oh,
Just watching, we got to watch, we've been like watching cuts for the last few months, but our producer and editor, Nate, sent us the most recent cut of Bali High. That was another thing that we were working on um, as Christmas break was happening. Um, so we kind of got to compare and like figure out which pieces we liked, which pieces we like wanted to talk about, stuff like that, which was really, really cool. And we got to show your family a cut of Bali High,
uh,
like an OG cut of Bali High. It's not the final cut by any means, but we just wanted to show them what it was.
it was cool. I think they were into it. It wasn't color corrected, sound hasn't happened, there's no music, and so for my nobody in my family does entertainment, but they loved it. It was so exciting to show them.
Yeah. It was cool.
And it's only gonna get better, and it'll be even more exciting.
Yeah.
But yeah, those were the first people to see it who weren't part of the team who made it,
Yeah.
and
I think your parents have read a couple of iterations of the script,
yeah, they did.
but I don't think anyone else in the family had.
Yeah,
They just kind of heard about it through us. So they knew the premise,
yeah.
but nothing else. So it was really, were you nervous to show them?
Oh yes.
Oh, you were. That's so funny. Can we talk about just quickly, like a little bit off topic, but how do you feel about watching yourself on camera?
Yeah, I get why some people don't do it. Yeah, I see that. I think it's a good movie. It's hard not to be self-critical. It's hard not to think about what was going on that day that you shot. It's just hard to distance yourself. I get it. It's hard to like watch the movie
Hmm.
because you made it,
Yeah.
But also it was, at the same time, I've been wanting that for so long.
Yeah.
So it at the same time, I mean, it was just in our living room. It's not up on the big screen yet. It's definitely not finished. Um, I did I did do a short that was up on the Chinese theater, and I wasn't the main character of that or anything, so totally different. But um, so I have seen myself on the big screen, and that was cool.
Hmm.
That's kind of surreal. How's it for you?
I've never liked watching myself
Yeah, you really
on
don't.
camera. No, I like down to my self tapes.
Yeah,
I don't like watching them until um they're on my laptop and I'm editing the self tape like to send out. Um yeah, I'm just very self-critical of myself. I watch it and a lot of times I'm like, why did I make that face? Or why did I react like that? Why did I say the line like that?
yeah,
And um you know, it never comes off that way to anybody else. It's just like me. It's I talk to my kids about it all the time too. Like nobody likes watching their self tapes in class, and it's you're watching it with your peers, and it just feels like you're ripping off a band-aid and being like, "Here's my most vulnerable self. Like now, pick me apart and tell me how to get better." And so, showing the only thing that I feel like I've shown that I wasn't like weirded out by or like felt really weird about was when I watched True Jackson with you in the pandemic.
that was fun.
Because it was that I can watch and be like, that's a very silly, like fun version of myself. And like I have so many amazing memories attached to that
Yeah,
that like watching that doesn't make me cringe,
no, and
you
you're
know?
so far removed from that now.
So far removed from it. But like I can't watch The Fosters without like really criticizing myself a lot.
Really?
Yeah. And not because I think Brandon and Lou should be together or Brandon and Callie should be
Okay.
together before anybody says anything.
Okay. All right.
It's just a performance thing for me.
Be
Performances.
gentle,
Yeah.
internet.
Be gentle, please. Like the songs I can get through because I those were like great memories for me.
I love you on the
Oh,
Fosters.
thank you.
I think you're
Thank
so
you.
hot on the
Oh my
Fosters.
god.
Your hair is so sexy
My
on the
hair was great
Fosters.
on the Fosters. I'll give you
Yeah,
that
and
one.
your wardrobe was really hot.
I there's so many things I loved about it. And it's like I had a great experience on the show, but I can't watch it without being like, ew, why did I make that face? Or like, what am I
Really?
doing? Yeah. Yeah. But I love the show. Like when I'm watching the show
Yeah.
and the other parts are happening, I'm like so in. And then like I would see myself on the screen and be like, oh no,
Yeah,
what is
it's a great
this?
show. That's funny.
Yeah, it's really, really silly.
Okay.
But I feel like it's so interesting now. Don't remember what cut we were watching, but there was a cut maybe a month ago that you were like, it's so hard to watch myself for this long. I
I
was like,
started
yeah.
I'll say okay, so sound hasn't been done yet, but I'm watching it and I didn't have such an issue watching myself as much as I did listening to myself. And so now I've been waking up and doing vocal warm-ups before work because I'm like, I think because like one criticism I would have of being an actor. It's like, um, it's hard to you don't get to practice.
Mhm.
So this is my first time to like get to watch film
Mhm.
and get to see like what I think I could do better for my next opportunity. I'll wait until the sound is done because I it might be totally different when the sound editing is done.
It's just not done yet. That's
I
all it
understand that. I
is.
understand that. But I would like to hear my words more clearly.
Yeah.
And
I think
so
your enunciation and your diction is fantastic.
I went to theater school. I want it to show up.
Yeah, but also, like, nobody's talking in real life, like, "To be or not to
Well,
be."
no, that would not be it.
Right.
It can't be obvious, but the audience should be able to understand every word that you're saying,
Yeah.
but also sound natural. That's part of the challenge. And I
I
think if the
mean,
work is there, it's anyway, yeah.
that's so
Of
funny.
course I'm gonna watch film and see like well, I'm gonna watch it and be like, well, what could I do better next time? I'll probably always do that.
That's funny. I
That's
don't
what I do in every aspect of my
I
life.
don't watch it and think self-improvement. I
Okay.
watch it and think, because when I go into a job, I feel ready for the job, but I do watch it back and think, I wonder if there was a better take of that, or like, I wonder, did I react differently in like this take, where like, I wonder why they used this particular take or this particular reaction from me, or why I said the line this way instead of this way. Um so yeah, it's that's always the really interesting thing for me, but it's so funny that you're like, what can I get better next time? Um and also a very good thing. Like, that's a very good quality to have. Like Jalen Brunson, just got to be better.
Gotta be better.
Just got to be better. Anyway, that's something that we did on our Christmas break that was
That
awesome.
was really
It
fun.
was really cool. It was a little crazy watching all of the different versions of
Yeah.
the movie that we have so
Yeah, it
far,
was.
because there's a few.
Yeah. But I had such a nice Christmas with you.
It was a lovely
Got,
Christmas.
got to go out for a couple of date nights because
That was fun.
the family watched the kid and we got to go to a movie premiere. That was really cool. Screening.
Oh my gosh, we did.
That
We
was
went
really
to
cool.
Is This Thing On?
So good. Such a fun night.
Fantastic movie.
Yeah.
Really great
Yeah.
movie. We loved that, and a really awesome after party at a cool restaurant in Silver Lake. And yeah, it was it was great. I I stand firm in, it wasn't restful, but it was wonderful.
I think that's a fair conclusion. And for me, it was pretty restful. But like while we are in this chapter of, as we agree, a preposterous amount of work,
Yes.
rest is relative.
Yes.
We're not gonna get an experience as restful as, say, what we had in Bali
Right.
for years.
Yeah.
So buckle up, kid.
Oh,
It's gonna be a
um
minute.
listen, I'm here. I'm ready to go.
We're in this.
We're in this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of which, oof. Wow.
How do we wrap these up?
Um acting is okay.
No.
Hey,
No.
just quickly, I posted a reel that we have merch just because I was, as we were away from the podcast for a little while, I was like, oh, let me, get some fun clips of the podcast and post those while we're gone. Thank you all for being so excited about our merch.
Yeah.
And if you missed it, you can go to wearemismo.com. The link to our merch store is there. There are hats. The hats seem to be a big deal. Everybody's very excited about a hat.
That's
So,
great. Yeah.
and the crew necks. So now I feel like I should have worn a Mismo sweatshirt instead of the Free Throw Swing Game sweatshirt.
There's still time. There will be more
There'll be
episodes.
more episodes. I'll wear that one. But thank you guys. That was like really cool. I wasn't expecting anyone to really like care about that, because we've honestly, the store has been up for a while and we worked on it years ago, but we've just not like said anything publicly. But
Oh,
we've also
yeah.
like had them, like, I write in my Mismo notebook all the time. Like, I wear the jacket all the time. So I guess it wasn't new to us, but it was new to everybody else. And it was like really fun seeing everybody's reaction to that. So thank you very much. We appreciate it. If you bought merch, thank you so much. Can't wait to see you rock all the merch.
You went in and upgraded the hoodies, right?
I did. I
Yeah.
did. I upgraded some of the hoodies
So I
because
think we're gonna need to get ourselves some hoodies.
I think so
Probably.
too.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, why not, right? Well, anything else on Christmas, on on the break, on leaning into the pause?
No, that was so long ago for all of our listeners
Yeah.
because we're deep into 2026 now, up and running.
We are.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year this far into the year.
Mhm.
I think you can still say it in January. I think when you're encroaching
Oh.
February, it's kind of weird.
I was way more lenient than normal about leaving up the Christmas decorations. I'm usually December 27th. They are gone.
27th. And it's only because we're not home until the 27th. If we were home on the 26th, the decorations would be gone.
If I could take them down before we actually leave, like December 23rd, I would do it. But this year, maybe Michael has softened me. How late were they up?
January 3rd?
I know.
Yeah. It was astonishing.
I'm so relaxed. Look at that. Look at that. Into January.
Good. Thank you, babe. Thank you for that.
Yeah, well, what's the optimal date for you?
Like January 15th.
They should be down by your birthday, Ashley.
Why?
That's a separate thing.
I like Christmas.
Okay.
Well. I'm Filipino.
Okay. All right.
Got him. But like all jokes aside, I feel like the first week of January is acceptable. You know what I mean? Like the first full week of January.
All right.
Like I feel like we walked in the neighborhood a few days ago and we were like, oh, there's some lights up that maybe shouldn't be up at this point. You know what I mean?
I pushed it way back this year.
But way back is crazy. But I appreciate your leniency in our decorations.
Yeah, that was big for me.
It was a big deal. Okay. Thank you for that.
Sure.
Michael appreciated it. I know he liked the lights. He goes, lights?
He did. Now they're gone. Now they're out of the neighborhood. We don't get our little light walks anymore. But they were so cute. It was a great part of December.
Yeah.
He loved looking at the lights.
Yeah. As Christmas was coming to a close, I would be walking with him outside and he'd point them out and I'd go, okay, so when Christmas is over, the lights go away. And he just didn't care about that. He just wants lights all the time. Maybe we'll be that house then. Maybe we'll just be Christmas year round.
No. Good night.
Good night.